good evening and thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure for me here.
So, how do you feel? Do you have energy left after this tournament?
There is always a little bit of energy on the pocket, but it is true that it was an exhausting tournament because when you start the preparation games back in August, and then the competition started 27th of August in different 4 countries, plus the final phase here in Latvia and Riga. We have been, the team and myself, we have been traveling everywhere, trying to be on an eye on every detail of the organization together with the LOCs. But after the night that we had the honor to leave with these 2 unforgettable games between Greece and Finland for the bronze medal game, and the final is the final between Turkey and Germany, I think that the satisfaction is fill up your body.
So 2.5 weeks of beautiful basketball games in 4 countries, but if we look through Latvian perspective, how could you characterize those 2.5 weeks?
Well, when you have to organize the first phase plus the final phase, it's really challenging for the LOC. So I want to congratulate publicly the President Raimon Bellonis and the Secretary General and Director of the LOC, Mr. Karpas Sibrus, because the job that they did is, believe me, I know how, because I was in a federation and I know how challenging it is to organize this kind of tournaments, and they did an amazing job. And not only from the professional way, also in the personal way, they were extremely warm with everybody. You can see, I heard many times about how warm is the people in Latvia, and I spent here like almost 2 weeks, and now I can tell that it's totally true.
About the experience that you got here in Riga, Latvia, what were the biggest challenges of organizing this tournament?
Many. The main one nowadays, unfortunately, is the security. We all know how unstable is the geopolitical situation all over the world, but especially in Europe. And in this kind of tournaments, we have to. The first thing is to protect the safety and security, not only of the players, obviously, the staffs, guests, VIPs, etc., but especially also of the fans. So it was a great collaboration between our security services with the local police, etc., here in Riga and in Latvia, and they did an amazing job because. Big measure of security, but nobody noticed it. So we try to make it also a fair and nice experience for the fans. And then the promotion, when the local team unfortunately is out of the tournament in quarterfinals, you have to fill up the arena, you have to keep promoting the tournament. And believe me, I know when your team is not anymore in the competition, maybe your energies, I'm talking about the LOC, could be a little bit down. And it was not the case on the Latvian Federation. They did a great job again. And then when you can see 7,000 spectators coming from Turkey just for one game, for a basketball game, when you see that the Turkish television is moving the games of football to leave a space to don't compete with basketball, as FIBA Europe allow me to say that I cannot say more. But our feelings are important. But the main feelings is what the teams and what the players and what the staff can tell to myself, to my team, to my Secretary General. And when we talk with, I don't know, Sweden, Portugal, Georgia, they were extremely happy about the organization here in Latvia.
From your perspective as an ex-basketball player with a lot of titles, a lot of medals, what do you see on the court? So, level of basketball.
Wow. I used to joke, but I don't know if it's a joke anymore, that nowadays I don't know if I could play basketball because the level of intensity, the physicality. I was talking yesterday with the Mr. President of Germany that the speedness where they execute every single play on the court, it is really impressive. So I think last night game is one of the best final of EuroBasket that we have ever seen. I had the honor to play many, I have the honor to win some, to lose others, but the level of intensity of contact, of fair play also, when you can see players in one side as Schroeder or Franz Wagner or Daniel Theis or blah, 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 or you have in the other side Cedi Osman, Şengün, Larkin, Osmani. It is a pleasure. It's what you truly believe that all this effort makes sense.
We saw the best 5 players of this tournament, all NBA stars. How could you say, was this one of the all-time strongest European championships, if we talking about the teams and the rosters?
I don't want to be disrespectful with other players
yes,
of the generation, with Pau Gasol or Dirk Nowitzki or Tony Parker. But honestly, this concentration of big stars in the NBA it was never seen before. And allow me to say one thing. Once we, as FIBA, we change the format and we just play one EuroBasket in the 4 years of its term, some people agree, some people don't. But the reality shows us that having one summer off for the players, for them, is way more attractive to play EuroBasket. Next summer is going to be off. Just, I mean, not off because they will have the window games, but not EuroBasket, not World Cup, or not Olympic Games. So that makes to participate in the EuroBasket even more attractive. And then, when Giannis see that Luka Doncic is playing, maybe encourage Nikola Jokic to play, or maybe Franz Wagner is more excited to play. So this is a very value chain who makes that the tournament again. When you see not the first starting five, the second starting five with Nikola Jokic, with Cedi Osman, etc., it's like, wow, what a roster of players.
About these roster players, we know the Olympic Games, World Cup, but on the same time, if we focus only on EuroBasket, you're 2009 champion, gold medalist, 2 times silver medals, 1 time bronze. It's only in EuroBasket. How important was it for you to achieve these medals in the Europe competition? And if you compare to the World Cup or Olympic Games, it's equal to EuroBasket for you?
Think about that. My main, what I feel worse about my career was back 2005 when we lost the semi-final against Germany with my good friend Dirk Nowitzki scoring the last shot on me. And honestly, I was that depressed that I couldn't play almost. I was on the court, but I didn't play the bronze medal game. And I really, I cannot forbid to myself that I was not ready to take it, because a bronze medal game, and I saw yesterday, I was remembering it when I was so Greece celebrating the win against Finland, that Finland compete until the very last second. Was an amazing game also. So like, why I didn't do that? So why I'm saying this, because I give a huge value to the EuroBasket. Obviously, the World Cup and the Olympic Games are global. When you play both, potentially or most probably you will face in the last phase Australia, Canada, and also United States. But it is not competition in the world that before the game, before the tournament, before the championship, you start to think which teams could get a medal, and you start to count, is 1, 2, 3, until 12. And I'm not joking, I'm talking about Spain, I'm talking about Greece, I'm talking about France, Italy, Slovenia, Serbia, Latvia, Lithuania, Turkey. So if you start to count, there is no competition that equal. And then also in this EuroBasket, we could see how other countries which were not in the paper can compete until the very last phase, as Portugal, as Sweden, as Georgia. So I think as FIBA Europe, we cannot be more proud about what we saw in this EuroBasket.
I don't know if you heard Luca Banchi told after one of the games about the injured players. He said, why couldn't we discuss about not the 12 players in the roster, but 15? In this level of physicality, this kind of players, how do you think? Is that the future?
No, everything can be discussed. And I saw it on the I said it on the press conference, but there is 2 things to split. One is to have 15 players in the roster because you need these players, and I cannot be agree, and my team said that we cannot be agree. Why? Because with the data in the hand, you can see that usually the coaches use in this kind of tournaments 9 players, 10 limited minutes, and 11, 12 almost never play, because it's impossible, because they're not needed for everyone. If we're talking about injuries, it's another discussion. And about injuries, we can obviously talk about it, because we saw that, for example, Germany played with only 11 players in the final. But this is not, it's easy to say like, okay, we need 15 players. But then if you are a club and you say like, okay, one player is there and he's not playing, he could be here practicing and preparing the season for the next. Because Luca Banchi, I have a huge respect for him. I have a great relationship with him. He will coach one day a club, and he probably will complain to don't have this kind of player. So, and also, is this player going to be here waiting for an injured player, but in the hotel, or is going to be practicing at home? So we for sure will discuss it. We have to analyze it. But also allow me to spend 30 seconds to explain how FIBA Europe and FIBA, but in this case FIBA Europe, take decisions. It is not because I have a good idea or a coach make a good recommendation that are always welcome. We have competition commission, we have youth commission, we have athletes commission, and they analyze and they propose to the board to be approved or not. If a federation, we didn't receive nothing so far. The topic was raised during this tournament, welcome. we will wait that some federations, 1, 2, 3, make a good proposal after a good analysis proposal, and we will study it. And if we find a good solution that will improve the players, the teams, and the tournament, for sure, welcome.
One thing from the fans, from the media, colleagues about the biggest stars talking to the media or not talking to the media on the mixed zone. Does FIBA has any responsibility in this? To talk with the players, maybe to, I don't know, how to do that for Jokic to speak with us? Or?
We have to be very sensitive. We cannot force anyone to talk. Remember that the players on the national team are not under contract. It is true that as FIBA and as national federations, believe me, I know the job that they do, we try to make them understand how important it is that they, through the media, are in contact with their fans, to explain why they won, to explain why they lost, to explain why he scored that basket. This is what we need. But we understand also that when you finish a game, I don't know, you play 36 minutes, you are exhausted, you lost the game, and you are really disappointed, you don't want to talk to the media, even in a good, positive way, to don't say anything that could be misunderstood. We don't like it. Obviously, we like the players to be in contact with the fans through the media, because we understand that the media is crucial for our main goal in this kind of tournament, which is the promotion. But honestly, we have to be very sensitive with certain moments of the feelings that a player can have after the game.
Yeah, we know about the referees, a lot of sensitive infos after Slovenia game. Will there be some fines for the team Slovenia, or you just, in some kind of way, you understand the situation?
The single judge is the one who takes this decision, and obviously we don't put the hands on that. But believe me that we understand. I was a player. I know how you feel when you have to play a quarterfinal game. The emotions are, like over your head, the pressure and so on. But if you analyze the whole tournament, and to be honest, just maybe one game, the game in Katowice, that Iceland, maybe the decision could not be correct. The rest of the games, for sure, I said on the press conference in front of all European media, does the referees make mistakes? For sure. But I make mistakes every single day, like 100, and ask to my wife, if you want to know. But the players miss shots, but the coaches miss decisions, but the managers miss decisions also. And this is part of the game. What I put my hand on the fire, we like to say in my country, for the integrity of the officials. The level that they show this EuroBasket is very high. And if you compare it with other competitions, we all see in football in my country, always the teams complain about officiating. But in EuroLeague, every single week we see teams complaining about the officiating. So I prefer to understand as part of the game, not going too far. You cannot say that this is because one referee won one team to win or not, or because FIBA won one team to win or not. This sounds really unacceptable. But normal complaints because of the emotions, we understand it, but we have to have, and I have it, a huge respect for the job of the officials.
You remember which team was the first ever European champions, yeah?
Excuse me?
First ever European champions.
I know very well, and I think here.
Yes, and we won.
And will you beat Spain?
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Thank you for remembering this history. But 1937 was the first time we held the European Championships. 2025, we have to wait 90 more years for the next one, or it will come faster? How do you think?
Well, if you see, and I know that you will have a new coach upcoming after the great successful period of Mr. Banki. What I like the most of your team is the commitment of the players. Not only Porzingis, but Bertans, etc., etc. So the talent that they have, the committed they are, the support of the fans. Honestly, I could see you yesterday playing one of the two games of the day, last day of the tournament. In this kind of tournaments where we try, and this is why I explained the competition format is to have 5 games guaranteed for every single team. For countries as, I don't know, Cyprus, they can have 5 teams to promote and so on, and also for the host countries to have good attendance. But in this kind of tournaments, what the fans like to see is the do-or-die game. In these do-or-die games, as we were discussing out of cameras, small details can make the difference. One rebound, one missed shot, one bad decision on a pass could bring you to the final or leave you in the 8th final. So the important thing is there is a group of, I wouldn't say more than 10, that in the upcoming years are going to be between the candidates to arrive to the last stage of the tournament.
Okay, hope to see you in Riga soon.
For sure, it's a country that I love, and you always treat me extremely well.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for the tournament.
It's a pleasure.